Yo, what's going on, guys? This will be a new video. This is what if Deku could activate the Sharingan. What if Deku had the Sharingan part 5. Yeah. Why am I dumb? Okay, so last time we left off, we had Deku and Todoroki tying with a clash between Deku's Amaterasu One for All slap and Todoroki's fireball flame thingy-majig. And yeah, since they tied, they actually called a new thing. So what they're gonna do is that they're actually gonna be on a team. Deku and Todoroki will be on a team, and they're going to be fighting against Bakugo and Tokoyami. So, Bakugo's like, no, I don't want to do this! Deku and Todoroki, they're like, I guess we have to figure out a strategy. Deku starts telling Todoroki his strategy, and Todoroki nods. They see Bakugo yelling at Tokoyami, like, okay, you're gonna be the attacker, okay? We're both gonna be attackers, we're gonna win! And Bakugo is just being insane and being crazy and being mean towards Tokoyami. Yeah. The girl that has sleepy powers is like, 3, 2, 1, fight! As Deku launches forward. Todoroki starts shooting ice in the background. Deku is just running forward with just like dodging everything. He starts going for regular punches, nothing special, just regular punches. Of course, this is after Deku got healed. He could barely move, but he's still able to move without getting hurt. So Bakugo charges forward. He's like, die, Deku! As he goes for an explosive punch, but Deku dodges it, but then Bakugo gets hit by the ice that Todoroki shot at him. Bakugo's like, I'm going to use your fire. Tokoyami's like, I'll take Deku. Deku sees Tokoyami charging at him at full power. He sees Dark Shadow flanking him, as both of them are on different sides. Deku's standing there. He knows that he won't be able to use One for All at all this round, so he'll just have to make do with what he has. What he does is that he grabs Tokoyami and throws Tokoyami into Dark Shadow. Dark Shadow just pulls out because he's part of Tokoyami. Bakugo shooting more explosives at Todoroki just shooting a bunch of ice. Bakugo is just complaining how he won't use his fire because he wants them to use full strength like he did against Deku. He's about to use it when he cancels it. Deku kicks Bakugo in the face before he does that spinny thingy-majig, and it hits Bakugo and he goes into the ground. Bakugo looks up and he sees Deku's like, get away from him! Todoroki's standing there like, sorry, you had to save me. When all of a sudden, Tokoyami goes for a full charged up Dark Shadow punch, and it hits Deku. Deku was on the ground. Bakugo gets up, and he's holding Deku by the neck. Todoroki looks over because he feels heat on his right shoulder. He looks over and sees Todoroki with his fire on his body. His costume is already burned, but he can still do things because he's got a new one. Same with Deku. He looks over. He's like, finally, you actually did something with your life. Todoroki shoots fire at him. Bleh. No idea what that was. Bakugo just dodges it and drops Deku. Deku just stands back up. He's like, thank you, Todoroki. Todoroki's like, you're welcome. As they're actually getting a little better, along together better. And they're actually more friends. Yeah, no ships. Todoroki just jumps up and shoots more fire with ice. And the ice just melts and it turns into water. Todoroki can somehow not control it at all, because that's not how the world works. Bakugo just dodges a bunch and explodes some of the ice. Deku is just catching his breath after Bakugo choking him. Bakugo is almost disqualified from doing that. Yeah. And Deku sees a Dark Shadow right in front of his face. He's like, hey. As he gets slammed in the stomach, Deku's like, ugh. As he's like, I can't lose. I can't afford it. As he activates One for All. But he's not, it's not a very high percent. It's 2%. Or 3 or 4 or 5%. It's 5% He's like, Detroit Smash! As he punches Dark Shadow. Dark Shadow goes flying. Tokiyami goes flying as well because he's attached to him. As Tokiyami gets back up, he sees Deku already with a foot in his face. And Deku with a foot near Tokiyami's face. He gets kicked in the face and gets knocked out of bounds. He looks over and he sees Todoroki almost out of bounds. Bakugo is going for the spinny attack again. Deku just jumps in the way as Deku gets hit by the thing. But then Todoroki saves him with ice. They're both beaten up pretty bad. Bakugo is pretty exhausted as his arm is hurting from the explosions that he's been doing. Deku activates the Sharingan. His eyes still hurt from before, from using the Amaterasu before. His eyes were bleeding before. But he activates it. His vision is really, really blurry. He doesn't know why. And he goes for a fully charged Detroit as he was just faking it out again. Bakugo already knew this was going to happen. And Deku already knew that Bakugo knew it was going to happen. So Bakugo tried to counter, but Deku countered the counter and kicked Bakugo. And Bakugo's like, ugh, as he goes forward and dodges a couple more things of Bakugo's punches. Todoroki is just shooting fire and ice from the background. The Endeavor is just looking. He's like, Shoto! Todoroki is just ignoring him. He's like, I can't hear you! As he shoots more ice and fire at at Bakugo. Bakugo just looks up and sees that Deku has determination in his eyes. And his eyes look weird. There were 4 Dekus. He's confused. All Dekus both have swords. And for some reason, the sky becomes red. He's really confused. What the heck is this? He's not scared though. He charges at a Deku and does an explosive thing, but it just goes into nothing. And all of a sudden, he feels something sharp in his back. He sees Deku with a sword, and it's piercing Bakugo. Bakugo's like, ah! As he sees another Deku with a sword up to his neck. He's really confused, as he's scared. As he sees on the outside, everyone's shouting him, like, you're doing that again! Why is everyone doing that? As they see that Bakugo is just standing there, screaming. They don't know what's happening. Bakugo crumbles into a ball as one of the Dekus hold a sword up to his head, and is about to chop it when all of a sudden he gets out. The sky is blue again. He looks up, and all of a sudden he sees Deku with a foot into his face. He gets kicked. Todoroki shoots more ice at him. Fire. There's fire everywhere. The ground is all in flames. Everyone is trying to stop them, stop fighting, when Deku is like, this is the only chance I have to beat Kacchan! Detroit Smash! As he hits Bakugo with a 20% Detroit Smash on his other arm that wasn't broken. Bakugo goes flying into the ground and gets out of bounds. Deku is just standing there, his arm sprained. It's his left arm. His left arm is sprained. As everyone is cheering, they're like, yeah! Deku and Todoroki win! And yeah, they win the prizes, and Deku's mom is so happy for him. He's like, he's a kid. I'm so proud of you. Yeah. And now it's the internships. I basically am the same part as I am with the what if Deku could activate Ultra Instinct, but yet there's still only 3 parts of that. I don't know why. It just does. Yeah, okay, so Deku gets a crap ton more than he did in the original story. So he obviously chooses Gran Tirano, and everyone chooses the same, and yeah. So, everything goes the same when Deku realizes that I need to activate One for All faster like Kacchan. He just activates his explosions like it's natural, like it's a part of his body. And Deku's obviously not used to having a quirk, so he's like, I probably don't do that. So he goes into that alleyway and does everything. But he activates his Sharingan, and is blurry again, and again. His eyes are hurting. He doesn't know how to fix this kind of thing. But, yeah, he has to live to deal with it. Okay, never mind. And he's jumping on walls. He's able to activate it faster. He's able to, do that. But when he was touching the wall, he felt a green spark on his arm. He drops down on the ground, and he doesn't know what that was. Sorry about that. He drops down on the ground, but he doesn't know what it was. He is super confused on what the heck is happening right now. He knows that One For All has red lines and makes your arm glow, but what was that green spark? And then he decides to go back home. And then he realizes that he activates One For All on his whole body. But when he does that, and he activates his Sharingan automatically, there's no pain in his eyes at all. There's no pain in his eyes at all. His eyes are inverted. He has, instead of black dots with red eyes, it's black eyes with red dots. He looks in the mirror. He's like, whoa, what the heck is this? And he's like, Gran Torino is like, you want to test it out? By the way, this is like a Sharingan that does not hurt it. An eternal Sharingan. He gets it when he activates, he activates full cowling. And he's like, you want to test it out? Deku, like, oh, heck yeah. And they're like, 3, 2, 1, fight. And Gran Torino is doing that dashy thing. Deku is just dodging a lot and a lot and a lot. He's dodging a bunch more than he did. Like, he's dodging a lot. He activates full cowling. Full cowling! And he's like, I have to keep it at a decent pace. It's like, I wonder how much percent I can go to. So he activates 5% full cowling. He's able to control it pretty well as he dodges one of Gran Torino's attacks. He keeps on dodging and dodging. But then, for some reason, he sees some black sparks all over his arms and everywhere. He's seeing black and green sparks. So they form together and they make a red spark. He has red sparks all over him. He's confused, but he goes with it anyways. He's dodging a lot, and he's like dodging a bunch. He goes under that couch, and he knows that Gran Torino is gonna like crash it. Yeah, no, there's nothing there, and he punches Gran Torino in the stomach. Gran Torino goes flying and makes a little crater in the wall. Gran Torino just stands up and dashes forward and hits Deku in the stomach. Deku gets back up and blocks one of Gran Torino's attacks and goes for another punch and is able to go for a combo. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he goes for the 5. Detroit Smash! As he hits Gran Torino. Gran Torino just goes flying into the wall. He gets up. He's like, nice, you did pretty well. When he feels something on the back, his arms are like grabbed by them, and he goes thrown into the ground, and he gets jabbed a bunch of times in the stomach, and he passes out. Anyways, guys, that'll be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. I got 100 subscribers. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, okay, bye.